Hello everyone, hope you all are doing well. So today we are going to do the next question of our agriculture optional answer writing practice series. जो हमारी एग्रीकल्चर ऑप्शनल आंसर राइटिंग प्रैक्टिस सीरीज चल रही है उसका नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन को आज हम लोग करने वाले हैं. एंड टुडेज क्वेश्चन इज एक्सप्लेन द रोल ऑफ गवर्नमेंट इन stabilizing food grain prices in India. So what is the role of government, how government stabilizes the food grain prices in India, what are the different types of mechanism through which there is impact on food grain prices. So we will see all of them, and this question was asked in the IFOS, that is Indian Forest Service examinations of 2022. जो यूपीएससी IFOS एग्जामिनेशन कंडक्ट कराती है उसके एग्रीकल्चर ऑप्शन पेपर में ये क्वेश्चन आ चुका है. सो although they have not asked these types of questions previously, how government is what is the role of government in stabilizing food grain prices, but certainly they have asked questions on MSP which have impact on this. They have asked questions on procurement. They have also asked questions on buffer stock. They have asked questions on PDS. So these are the things which certainly have the impact on prices also. So that is why they have now this year in this question they have generally given a broader question, that what are the things which can impact, just explain all those things. And in previous years we have seen these specific questions regarding MSP, procurement, PDS has already come. So we will have to be prepared with these types of questions, and these all topics are very important. What is MSP, how it is determined, procurement, the issues of procurement, same with PDS and TPDS, that is targeted PDS. So we have to know all these things. These things are very important when seen for the examination point of view. So let's see how we can approach the answer. We all know that food grain prices is one of the most important for our for any country. It is one of the most basic element. Without food no one can live. You can live without, sometimes with bad house, you can live sometimes with other things, bad clothes, torn clothes, but you need food on regular basis. ठीक है, बिना खाए आप जिंदा नहीं रह सकते. It is one of the most essential commodity. It is one of the most essential commodity. And a slow rise or a common rise in the food grain prices also impacts a lot of the sections of our country. We all know that how much the poverty is in our country, how many people are still still below poverty line. So all these things has a huge impact on food grain prices. Also we have to maintain the food security. So these things have a huge impact on the food grain prices of our country. So we will see what is the government role, what are the elements of government which are impacting food grain prices. First one is the MSP. We all know it, that is minimum selling price. Minimum selling price. So we will not go in that much detail. We will just know that it is a floor price set up by the government. A floor price, that is it is the lowest limit of the price. Okay, to ensure that the certain crops is purchased by the government only. Okay, or certain crops are procured by the government only. It's a floor prices through which government procures certain crops. Okay, and this floor price has certainly huge impact on the market price. It also impacts the market price. Hence, the price in MSP is a huge determinant of the market price. Okay, so it also leads to the prices of the food grains. So this was MSP. Secondly, we have procurement. Agencies like, we all know that Food Corporation of India (FCI) procures at MSPs. Okay, it procures from farmers at MSP. Procurement, FCI is involved, APEDA is involved. So not APEDA, NAFED is involved. Other commissions such as Cotton Commission of India is involved. These are the things. FCI is generally involved in the procurement of cereals. NAFED is generally involved in the procurement of pulses and oil seeds. CCI is generally involved in the procurement of cotton. But it is not that only CCI procures cotton. NAFED can also procure cotton. Okay, FCI sometimes also procures pulses, but it is generally involved on these things. Okay? So procurement, the procurement is done by the government at MSP. And what happens due to these procurements, there is less chances, or there is prevention of drastic price fluctuations. There are less chances of drastic price fluctuations, because a lot of grain, a huge amount of grain is procured by government at MSP, and these grains are mainly given to the poor people, mainly used in the times of need. These are used in buffer stocks, and when there is high amount of rising prices, these buffer stocks are used. So procurement has a certain impact of food grain prices also. Next we have buffer stocks. So what happens? What happens here? Government maintains certain amount of buffer stocks to stabilize price variances during shortage or emergency. This buffer stock is used in during shortage or during emergency. Suppose due to some emergencies we are not able to meet our food grain demands, and the price starts rising so much, because when the demand is rising and we are not able to supply food grains, then obviously the price will rise. Then here the governments take the help of these buffer stocks, which it has maintained from the past. What it will do, it will release the grains of stored in the buffer stocks in the market, hence stabilizing these rising prices. So that is how buffer stocks helps. Next we have imports and export regulations. We have certain import and export regulations to control the price, because what happens, suppose there is take a commodity rice, and its price in USA is 100 rupees and its price in India is, for example, just I am letting you know, 30 rupees. So what many people will think, that let all the rice to be exported to USA so that we get good benefits. But what happens when there will be huge imports, and we will be not able to fulfill the domestic supply needs? To maintain the domestic supply needs, to maintain domestic needs, we need to maintain the imports and exports, and for it the government regulates the import, the government regulates the export to prevent any steep or any extreme price fluctuations. So this is what happens here. Next we have selling laws. We all know that there are many essential commodities without which we cannot live. For example, we have tomatoes, we have potatoes, we have onions. So these are some of the, for example, these are some of the essential commodities, and these are most prone to price rises. We all know that many times tomatoes price goes beyond 200 rupees a kg. So what happens? Government tries to maintain ceiling laws. Government makes ceiling laws through this Essential Commodities Act, so that the prices of these things which are very essential and which are most prone to the price rise are kept under the ceiling law, so that ceiling, that is what, up to a certain limit it can rise, and if the ceiling is limited up to this price, suppose 50 rupees, so the prices are should not get over 50, and government will have certain regulations with it. Government will work on it so that the ceiling laws are maintained and the prices don't overshoot. So ceiling laws also help a lot. We have public distribution system, that is to distribute food grains to the needy, okay, to the vulnerable population, because many times when there is a suppose a good amount of price rise, suppose currently we have 60 crore people are getting benefit of PDS, but suddenly we have high rise in food prices and most people are not able to afford it, then government can increase this number to 80 crore, then government can increase this number to 100 crore, so that all get the food grains and the prices are stabilized, prices are maintained. What happens, suppose we have 140 crores of population and 60 crores are getting through PDS and less 80 crores are purchasing from the market. So what happens? Suppose there is a huge demand rise in market, the prices are rising up. The government will what do? It will cover 100 crores of people in the through PDS. So what will happen? That the pressure on market will reduce, pressure on the markets will be reduced, as now only 40 crores will be dependent on markets. So it will help in reduction the prices. Government also provides us subsidies and incentives. Regular subsidies and regular incentives are provided, so that these subsidies are provided through two methods. First one, to encourage production. Subsidies and incentives to encourage production, such as fertilizer subsidy, electricity subsidy to the farmers, so that production is increased. And second types of subsidy is to encourage is given to reduce the prices. Suppose there is a seller who is selling a grain at rupees 50 per kg. and the people, the citizens were not able to afford this. What government will do through subsidies, it will reduce the prices to 30 rupees kg, and this extra 20 rupees will provide it to the seller to sell this grain in 30 rupees kg. So these types of subsidies and these types of incentives are also used so that the prices are maintained and there is no extreme fluctuations in the prices. So these are the some of the points which I have mentioned through which government regulates or government stabilizes the food grain prices in India. So I hope you are able to explain and understand these points. And there are other points also. You can add those points in your answer. And if you are adding some extra points, please let us know by commenting it. Comment those extra points so that we can also know that you are going in right direction or not. So this was about the question. I hope you understand all the things. So that is all for today. Please do like, please do share, and please do subscribe. It takes a lot of hard work to make such videos for you on regular basis, and if you like, if you share, if you subscribe, it motivates us so much so that we can make more such videos regularly, so that it could be helpful to you. So that is all for today. Have a nice day. Thank you.